Time is an important thing to think about at the start of a project. Often people get wanting a 30-second or a 1-minute video with this huge amount of content that they want to portray in that little time span. It's this big hero video goal, and they want to make sure they squeeze everything from their $1,000 budget. Maybe I need to just let that go. Not saying you can't do a lot with a 30 or 60-second time span or with a minimal budget. But as is often quoted and attributed Mark Twain or others, if I'd had more time, I would have written a shorter letter. If I'd had more time, I would have made a punchier, shorter video. Being concise and honing a message down takes time, but it's pre-production time well spent that will lead to communicating your clear message to your audience, and it's something that they will receive and understand. That's part of the goal of coupling this video process with the Big Bang process. With the Big Bang process, you'll have your brand message down to 15 seconds or less, so you can use that as the backbone of your script. It's super handy. Depending on the pace of your narration and intended tone of your video, you will average about 150 words per minute. Just food for thought. As you're typing, you can check your word count on a Google document on a Mac by pressing Shift-Command-C. For other word processors and computers, I trust you can figure it out. I believe in you. You can Google it. Answering the following questions will help you know the outcome before you begin writing, planning, and filming. First up, are you making a social media video or a commercial that needs to be under 60 seconds? That 1-minute target is a good one to have, but don't let it be the only decision maker for your project. Pause and fill in the space provided. Here's another thing to think about. Is it a 6, 15, or 30-second video ad? These shorter time constraints can still have all the elements of a story and be really effective. Remember the short, powerful 6-word story attributed to Ernest Hemingway. For sale. Baby shoes. Never worn. Pause and fill in the space provided. Now, does your video need to be filmed vertically or in both horizontal and vertical formats for regular viewing and for places like Instagram stories? Think about that now. It'll affect how you film. I used to hate vertical video, but it's here to stay, and it gets a lot of eyes. It's an important way of communicating. And you can watch a few YouTube pre-roll ads for some inspiration for how they make those little short ones work. Pause and fill in the space provided. Another thing to think about is, are you making a long-form documentary-style testimonial that needs to be 2 to 5 minutes long? Since it's a documentary, you won't be able to script the responses, but you can use the questions to guide the story and to anticipate the direction of the story. I'll give some tips later on how to edit huge swaths of footage down to short, bite-sized lengths. It is possible. You can transcribe your audio and you can start to see the parts that you'll want to use in your video. Super helpful. I'll tell you more about that later. Pause the video and fill in the space provided, and I will see you in the next video.